Hello everyone, welcome to my class. Here I will discuss Hicks and slutsky substitution effect. Before going to discuss Hicks and slutsky substitution effect, we should know what is price effect, what is income effect, and what is substitution effect. Price effect is the combination of both substitution effect and income effect. Before going to discuss substitution effect and income effect, we should know what is price effect. Price effect is measured by change in the price of commodity X, but by keeping the constant the price of commodity Y and money income of the consumer. Here we have a budget line. Budget line shows the income of the consumer, and here we have also a indifference curve. Indifference curve shows the satisfaction level of the consumer. The tendency between budget line and the indifference curve gives the equilibrium to the consumer. By decline in the price of the commodity X, there is a pivot shift of the budget line to right. Due to change in the budget line, we have new indifference curve, which is inclined to x-axis. Due to decrease in the price of X, consumer prefer to get more X rather than buying more Y. It is the Here we can measure the point between this and this. Here it is the price effect. After that, we will discuss the substitution effect. Substitution effect is measured when there is a change in the relative price of the consumer. Here the price of the commodity X is changes, and keeping the other things, or the price of the commodity Y is constant, and the money income is also constant. Basically, substitution effect is measured by the change in the relative price of the commodity. And here we will discuss the income effect. The income effect is measured by uh, rising or the change in the price of commodity X, and keeping the other price of the commodity Y, and the money income of the consumer is also constant. Here we will see that the real income of the consumer is also constant. First of all, we will discuss Hicksian substitution effect. In case of Hicksian substitution effect, we have the budget line at AB and the equilibrium point at or equilibrium point at E. Here we can see there is the change or decrease in the price of good X. Due to that, the budget line shift to right, the pivot shift of the budget line to right. Here we can see due to change in the budget line, we also have a new equilibrium at point E dash. It is the point E, and it is the point E dash. Here we can see the budget line is AB dash due to change in the price of commodity X. Due to change in the price of commodity, consumer prefer to buy more of commodity X rather than to buy the more of commodity Y. By applying the compensation variation method, will decrease the price, the income of the commodity, the income of the consumer. By applying the compensation variation method, we will decrease the we will shift the budget line to left, the parallel shift of the budget line to left. Let's have sorry here, yes, it is the new budget line at C and D point. Here we have the first equilibrium point, here we have the first equilibrium point and the second equilibrium point at these and the third equilibrium point at here. We can see it is the OX2, OX1 and this is your OX2 and new equilibrium source new quantity OX3. We can see first it is our original budget line. Due to change in the price of commodity we have new budget line, and it is our first equilibrium point, and due to decrease in the price of commodity we have new income or the new indifference curve and new equilibrium point at this. Here we can see it is the here we can measure the substitution effect is the price effect. Whole total is the price effect and it is the substitution effect and it is the income effect. In this case, substitution effect is negative. Negative substitution effect means when the price of the commodity decrease, the quantity of the commodity increase. There is the inverse relationship between price and quantity of commodity. Therefore, we have a negative substitution effect, and here the income effect is positive. In positive income effect means positive income effect means when the income of the consumer increase, the quantity demand for the commodity also increase. Another point here we will discuss when the indifference curve is more convex. When the indifference curve is more convex, we have less substitution effect. And when the indifference curve is less convex, we have more substitution effect. After completing the Hicksian substitution effect, here we will discuss the slutsky substitution effect. In slutsky substitution effect, we have the new budget line. We have the original budget line at A, B, and equilibrium point is at here at point E. Due to decrease in the price of the commodity, we have the pivot shift of the right shift to right budget line. And here we have new budget line at A, B dash. Because of pivot shift of the budget line, we have new equilibrium point at here. Because there is a change in the commodity X, due to decline in the price of commodity X, consumer prefer to buy more of commodity X rather than to consume more of commodity Y. By applying cost difference method, we will shift our budget line to left by parallel order. By applying cost difference method, that we know that the consumer is in the same quantity consumed, therefore we have the interaction between new budget line and the old indifference curve. Here the consumer prefer to buy more of commodity X due to decline in the price of the commodity X. Here we have new indifference curve. Therefore, we also have a new equilibrium point. It is the total here it is the total income effect, sorry, it is the total price effect, and this is the substitution effect of the commodity, and it is the income effect of the commodity. It is the substitution effect and it is income effect. The combination of both is shows price effect of the commodity. Here we discussed how Hicksian substitution effect is measured and how slutsky substitution effect is measured. Here also we have slutsky substitution effect is also negative, and the income effect is also here positive. In case of slutsky substitution effect, consumer gets more uh, more satisfaction than Hicksian substitution effect gives, because there is the increase in the indifference curve of the consumer, or there is a shift in the indifference curve of consumer, and we know that the higher indifference curves gives the higher higher level of satisfaction. Thank you for attending my class.